What's up, everybody? We just got a new expansion announcement dropped on us just an hour ago, or less than an hour ago now. And I am going to watch the video with you. I haven't watched it yet, and I'm really excited to bring this to you. I know this was on the Dice Tower Summer Spectacular or something like that. So I didn't watch that today, but here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is the newest expansion for Dune Imperium, which is called Immortality. So let's see. From the Dice Tower Summer Spectacular, join Direwolf designers for a special preview of the second expansion. All right. Let's just read this before we get into this. As great houses wage war, the Bene Tlilax advance their own agenda by trading in genetic innovations. Will you hire face dancer spies or unmatched skill, regrow damaged tissue and organs, or dare to employ people restored to life as Golas, which are kind of like they're sort of zombie people, but they're regrown clones, basically. Immortality expands Dune Imperium in new directions, makes shadowy deals with the Tlilaxu to harvest genetic specimens. What else? Unlock the potential of scientific research, graft cards together to empower your agents, explore universal possibility. Wow, that sounds interesting. Let me turn this volume on. And let's watch it, shall we? Let's take a look. I'll try not to block it.
Hi, I'm Justin Cohen.
I'm Paul Denon.
We work together on Dune Imperium, and we're so excited to be back for this year's Dice Tower Summer Spectacular.
Last year we announced Rise of Ix, and the reception to that was amazing. It surpassed our expectations. This year we're back announcing a new expansion, Immortality.
Love the box art here. The scarab, I guess, representing the Tlilaxu. I don't remember that in the books, but
Immortality
really
centers on the Bene Tlilax, a fringe society within the Imperium. The Tlilaxu have a religious obsession with genetic research and trading their illicit advancements for power. We made sure to include those themes prominently in the expansion.
We thought these ideas worked well for the deck building portion of the game, so Immortality is all about deepening the deck building aspect of the game while keeping it just as tight as it ever was.
Whoa, what's this? Okay, so let's listen and I'll come back.
The biggest new thing in the box is the Bene Tlilax board. It allows players to progress along a research track. In fact, right from the start of the game, you'll have opportunities to do so, because each player's Dune the Desert Planet cards are replaced by experimentation cards.
Okay, hold on a second. So we have new cards that go into the starter deck that replace Dune Desert Planet. That makes me wonder if you replace both of them if you're playing with Epic mode, that you have like one replacing each. That'd be kind of cool. Let's go back here for a second. Let's take a look at this board. It's beautiful. They did a really great job with the art design here. And there's seems like there's two sides. So there's the top side, just where you put your token in. The bottom side is the reward, I assume. And you kind of like progress along a tech track, looks like, when you do the research. So you play the card, you do the thing, you move along, get the bonus. I don't know what these things are. This is obviously money. And then trash an intrigue card to draw a card and an intrigue card. That's cool. I like that idea.
The biggest new thing in the box is the Bene Tlilax board. It allows players to progress along a research track. In fact, right from the
Okay, hold on. There's some stuff down the bottom before they go to the next thing. So there's the symbol down here that looks like a DNA symbol, and then something else here. This looks like another deck maybe, or here we have, what is that? Draw a card? I don't know.
Start of the game, you'll have opportunities to do so, because each player's Dune the Desert Planet cards are replaced by experimentation cards.
In terms of board spaces, Immortality updates the research station.
What? What the hell? They're updating research station? I don't know how I feel about that. That's cool, but I mean, that's obviously they have to integrate it in some way that makes a little more sense. Research station makes sense from a thematic standpoint. Oh man, I'm gonna miss my extra card.
Giving players another way to move up the research track. As you advance, you'll earn rewards.
And by reaching key genetic markers with your research token...
Wow, they're giving us a lot to digest here. Okay, let me listen to what they have to say and then come back to this image.
Research token, you unlock additional abilities on some of your cards.
One of the benefits the research track provides is genetic specimens grown in the axolotl tanks.
The main use of these specimens is to acquire cards from a separate Tleilaxu deck, and many of the cards in this deck have a special new mechanic called Graft.
Graft allows you to play 2 cards in an agent turn, using the agent icons of either, but getting the effects of both. For example, you could grab Faith Dancer to start a card Legion, sending your agent to a Fremen board space, and getting your starter card directly into the conflict. Some cards even provide an additional benefit when you grafted them.
In addition to the research track, the Bene Tleilax board contains a Tleilaxu track. This represents shady dealings with the Tleilaxu, embracing their works.
Hold on a second. What is this hidden here? First plus
rather than merely utilizing them.
Certain cards will allow you to progress on this track, earning bonus intrigue cards and even victory points.
I love this art. Oh man, I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but man, this is some good art.
The majority of the expansion is focused on the Tleilaxu, but the other factions have new developments as well. The Bene Gesserit are up to their usual genetic and social manipulations, and a familiar face joins the Fremen, who have a few new tricks of their own. And of course, neither the Spacing Guild nor the Emperor could be left out of the fun. We hope you enjoyed this glimpse into Dune Imperium Immortality.
We expect it to be available this holiday season for $30. If you want to learn even more, you can sign up for our
Rad. Okay, let's unpack this a little bit. Okay, so it's coming out Christmas time. It's going to be $30, $29.99. We've got the sweet new board with some effects that you can trigger when you time it right with your cards that trigger that. You've got some other stuff down here, which I'm not really sure how that works yet, but it's like you get these bonuses. Maybe it's when you get to this location, like you get to this spot. Oh yeah. It looks like when you get to this rung of the research, you get to do a thing. Like you get one of these tokens maybe, and you get to draw a card, and you get 2 tokens and you get to do a thing, something like that. We'll just speculate here a little bit. These symbols, I'm not sure what to do with yet. They haven't really explained it. I guess they had some cards that had them on it, right?
Other factions have new.
So like spend that to get that. Wait, is that spend that to get that? Because that doesn't look like, this looks like a spend symbol. Spend 5 to get one of those. I don't know what this means. Like if you have this, get this. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards. So there's going to be another deck, looks like, of Tleilaxu
The other
cards.
factions have new developments as well.
And they have different costs at the top. Looks like you're going to be spending your cubes you've put on the faction board down here, right, to buy them. I'm just going to speculate here, so if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but looks like you're going to be spending those to take these cards, and this one gives you an immediate bonus of one of these scarabs. And wow, this is powerful. Choose 2 water, troop, trash, or beetle, or scarab. 1 for each agent icon. Other grafted card on the other grafted card. So, okay, so we have to figure out how graft works here. So grafted cards could be added to other cards. So they say you can graft this card to this card. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of restriction on that. It means that you're going to be playing more cards and have fewer cards in hand. Well, that's really interesting, actually. That actually, wow, that sort of nerfs the Spice Must Flow strategy quite a lot. Or makes getting the High Council even more important. That's fascinating. Let's take a look at these ones. There's Twisted Mentat, Graft, sub 1, Persuasion, and something else. We don't know. Face Dancer, that looks great. I love that. I mean, we saw this one again. Just draw a card from any of these spaces. That's pretty great. Gola, use the same agent box as another grafted card. So it just copies an agent box, sounds like. Wow. Imagine doubling up on, like, what do you call it? The forecast that draws you cards if you're on level 2 of everything. Or like a Kwisatz? No, you can't do that, right? I wonder how that works. Can you graft it to a Kwisatz? Can you take 2 actions in a row with this card? If this copies the same... as another grafted card. Oh, I see. So maybe it has to be another grafted card. I guess you could. If you had 2 graft cards, Kwisatz, and this card, and another card, you could graft this on another card, copy your Kwisatz. That's cool. That's neat. Lots of fun stuff. What else we got here? I want to comment on, not this, but this here. This looks awesome. It looks like you spend the beetles to go up here. This moves your... Okay, every time you get a beetle, you go up on this track. Okay, that's what the symbol here is. Okay, now we know what that is. So you get a beetle, you get a bonus. This doesn't look like it has a bonus, but this is a point. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a point. That's pretty great. And over here, it looks like another point, but this is like first something. Is it first get... Oh, okay. The first player to get there gets the spice. Okay, that's sort of like a race to get there. That's cool. That's probably what that is. I was thinking it might be something like take the first player token for the next round or something, but that would be kind of nuts. Okay, this looks cool.
Dealings with the Tleilaxu, embracing their works rather than merely utilizing
They're not going
them.
to show us what's over here if there's any... No, that's it.
Cards will allow you to progress on this track.
Okay, so yeah, so if you have one of these, move up. That's what this means. If you have one of these symbols, advance on that track. Wow, that's really powerful. That's really powerful. Okay, so we have this card I haven't really covered. Corrupt Smuggler. These are just some of the normal cards. If grafted, 2 spice. Pretty good. I mean, it's got decent symbols, desert symbols. I mean, this is great if you can graft and go harvest spice and get more spice. It's crazy. It's good cost. I like that Spacing Guild and Fremen. So you can use it with Fremen Bond. Now, the one thing we have to mention here is there's a couple of cards here. This one, seems great too. It's a graft and it's a Bene Gesserit card, so that's cool. Looks like 2 of these are just going to be added into the deck. That's great. And then we got some Shadowed Mapes for Fremen. This can't be everything, I'd imagine. Maybe this is everything. It'd be kind of nuts. What is this symbol here? Has it always been there? Okay, well, this seems like a fine card. You're not going to really, write home to your mom and say, hey, Shadow Mapes is in. It's kind of crap, actually. It's a 2-coster that goes to Fremen. This is like the other cards that do this. It's just another Fremen. The deploy a troop is nice. That's about it. I'm not super thrilled with this one. This card, however, Interstellar Conspiracy, is bonkers. I'm glad that it can't be picked up by ECAS, but look at this. It's a grafted card. It gives you a spice. And if it's grafted with Emperor Spacing, you just get an influence. This card becomes a repeatable power play if you have another Emperor card or Spacing Guild card. This card is insane. It's insane. And I assume you can play these by themselves, right? So you can play... Maybe you can't play grafted cards. I bet you can, but I bet you could just play this, and if it's grafted, you get the bonus. So, wow, that's just nuts. I mean, they were mentioning earlier on. Where is it? What the heck is it? The other graft cards. This one. So imagine grafting that to Sardaukar Legion. It's 2 bumps, and you get 2 troops. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. What else we got? So there's that. Is that kind of it? That's insane. Wow. I'm impressed. I mean, this is going to be a really fun deck. You know what? One thing that we didn't check out these very much. So there's some new endgame plot cards. There's some new combat cards. So this one looks like rewarding you for going up on that track, for getting these symbols. The more symbols you have, the better this combat card is. That's kind of cool. I mean, it's always good to have more reward things for their major mechanism in this expansion. I like this Tleilaxu Master. It looks like it costs 5. You may acquire a card that costs 6 or less. And then if you have 2, put that card on top of your deck, I'm guessing that says. And then 1 Persuasion, and then it gives you a research. That's crazy. That's cool. That's really cool. Study Melange. No one is ever going to probably use it for this, but if you have 3 or more spice and 2 icons, maybe it's turn 2 icons into a point. That seems great. I don't know how people are going to feel about these extra endgame points here. Gain 1 during your reveal. Yeah, if you have a high council seat. That's more interesting, I think. I'm kind of into that. Something rewarding High Council. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. This looks amazing. I'm really excited to play it. So I'm taking a look at the Discord. So some people are saying that it might make the game go longer. I don't know about that. Maybe. Depends on how quick the research board is going to be. Shipping's still going to be a problem, though, because our shipping's still really good. I mean, one of the ways to beat shipping is Spice Must Flows, and this kind of neuters that a little bit. But you know what it does is it makes the Bene Gesserit selective breeding a little bit better. Because trashing a card and drawing 2 is maybe a little bit better than spending 2 water to do this. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, that board seems great. I'm pretty excited. The one thing we don't see, notice there's one thing we don't see, is there's no leaders in this announcement. So I assume that we're getting all these cool cards. They haven't said if we're getting any leaders. Maybe that is going to come later. We'd expect something like Fade Routha, probably, maybe Skytail, or something from the Bene Tleilax side of things. Fenring, maybe. Who knows? But there's no announcement about the leaders. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see that. But man, this looks phenomenal. All right. Well, that's it. I mean, that's all I got for you guys today. But thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.